Hey, welcome everybody. I'm really excited to be here today. This is your first daily workout / warm-up video. I put this together particularly for my students, but maybe it works for other people to use it as well. We're gonna go through all the things that entail a great warm-up in a little bit more detail to give you kind of a workout to prepare you to practice with some learning tracks. So number one, we're gonna do our physical and our body. So one thing is really wanna make sure that we're first in a room, maybe away from a little bit of the noise. I got some tunes playing in the background. I want to really get stretching, and you can make this, like I just woke up a little bit ago. So I'm gonna do some stretches over here, really feel it there. I'm gonna go this way. And I always tell people if your body's warmed up, your voice is gonna be warmed up. Okay, so one thing I'm gonna do is my shoulder rolls. Gonna do shoulders kind of up and back. I'm gonna reverse and go forward. I'm gonna warm my hands, just get the blood flowing, get my neck warmed up. As I'm doing this, I'm just trying to make sure I'm loose. I'm trying to always kind of keep in mind my alignment, my posture. That'll be our next thing. Kind of checking all that. We'll wake up my face. Sometimes we say big face or scrunch face. Big face, scrunch face. Let's just get all the things in there working out for you, okay? So, feeling loose there. I'm going to do one pull back here. I'm going to pull across the front. Find some tunes. If you like to do this. One more time up. Next we'll be working on just getting our posture lined up. So one good way, here I'm going to disappear from the scene, is just bend down. Put your legs together and just bend all the way down. Roll it all the way down. Just relax. Let your arms just kind of wiggle and drag. Let your neck fall, and slowly you're just going to raise up. So you're going to stack your vertebrae on top of one another, really rise up slow. Just relax, roll my shoulders up, and roll it back. A couple things you want to keep in mind is, what does my alignment look like? Do I look like I'm in a straight line, or am I kind of hunched over? So if I do this right, I should feel nice and lifted. If you've seen a bobblehead before, you kind of do that. You want to feel kind of like a bobblehead, so you want to feel really lifted. One thing I like to do is show the I love you sign. And I find my sternum bones here. Put those outsides on there and put that on my chin. And then it makes the I love you sign. And if I have to stretch, it's not quite right. So I got my posture. And then sometimes as we sing throughout a song, we'll kind of sing examples and passages. I just say every time you take a breath in, it's okay to reset. Every time there's a new section, just reset your posture, and then we can move forward. Okay, you notice we're not even singing yet. Singing should be one of the last things we do. Next thing is we're going to get our breath going, our abdominals. So I'm going to try to find my ribs. Okay, so when I breathe in for singing, the air's going down to my lungs. That's the biggest part of this whole deal. So when I breathe in for singing, then you should have noticed my hands, my ribs expanded, so my hands expand. Sometimes when singers breathe, they want to breathe too shallow, and their chest moves. Your chest should already be high because you just fixed your good posture. Hands are down low. So if you have this, like Miss Krier, I got this, no problem. Then you're just practicing, just taking breaths in and releasing breaths out. So we're going to breathe in down to our lungs. We're going to push it out, and as we push it out, we want to keep our lungs expanded so we don't contract. We want to restrict the air flow. So I'm going to breathe in. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. We're going to go a little longer this time. Make sure you breathe in, posture's up, breathing in, full breath, and breathe out. You're going to make that air come all the way out. And your lungs will contract, right? Because we're letting go of air. You want to keep those lungs full, rich, and expanding. So again, our posture set. This next thing is be about panting. Put our hands here. We're going to go like this and go. You do this long enough, you're going to start getting tired. And that's the goal, is just kind of waking up those intercostal muscles and getting things rolling. So we're going to kind of slide that into a warm that works really nicely. All right, so the warm we're going to do is and it's not a really big deal. Pitch is not a big deal right now, but it's going to go few more times. You can press pause and do that a few more times, or find a range that's better for you. Great. Now we're going to start doing some vocalises, which is basically just some sung exercises that kind of repeat a pattern over and over. Just kind of get the voice going. This one will be for my lower voice singers. So we're going to make an NG. So we're going to close that. Make sure our tongue is touching the back of our bottom teeth. My tongue's getting swallowed. So with the piano, because I'm not very loud down there. So you want to keep buzzing, keep going, keep buzzing. Make sure it's nice and buzzy. Yep. So you should feel it vibrating up here. Two more. That's a low F. Maybe one more, maybe. Great. Same concept. We're going to go. So NG, and then you're going to open up. And basically, you're just going to let it relax and pop right up. Again, you're wanting buzz here, cheekbones lifted here, and then you pop that open. It should be really ringy and resonant. Ready? And keep going. Reset your posture. So that top note was a D. That's kind of where we like to go for basses a lot of the time. This will be for the higher voices. I am a tenor, so this one definitely feels more comfortable for me. We're going to start going. You might have a hard time hearing me. It's because all the sound's closed in right now. So I'm going an NG sound, and it's going to keep the sound inside my mask. I'm really going to try to vibrate and buzz this area. So I'm going for. Ready yet? Trying to push a lot of air. I can be lazy. I feel a lot of buzz in this area, okay? And we're going to go back and we're going to go same kind of thing, but we're going to open up. And again, lots of buzz, lots of ring. Now that my voice is kind of warmed up, I'm going to do I'm going to push it just a little bit. I'm hitting my break, or my top of my register, my range. So it's going to start getting a little dicey. I'm right around F. I'm a tenor 2. In barbershop, I'm a baritone. So that's getting to like my full voice. Right in the edge. So I can go head voice there. Now there's a lot of ways I could go about which exercise I do in which order. You can pick and choose what you'd like. Right now I'm going to do some falsetto, some head voice things. So this is mostly for my male singers, and I love starting in the key of F major for that. So it's pretty up there. It's not the top of my range, but I'm going to carry that all the way down as low as I can. So it's pretty high. You want to be in your falsetto. Ooh, that's kind of my normal register. So I'm up in my really high register. Nice. And we're going to pause there for a second. The reason that's really good to do falsetto is because it gets your soft palate really high. So if you notice where I can check my jaw space by putting my finger right in front of my ear nub. I've called that the ear nub. Dropping my jaw like I'm yawning. So I'm trying to create this huge box. Hear my snare drum rattle inside my mouth. That's even more comfortable right there. So I'm doing a lot of air. I'm trying to get that air to spin all the way through that warm-up. Now soon I'm going to start hitting my break where it's going to want to go to my normal voice. Do a costume change here. Alright, so I'm about hitting that break in my voice. So you can hear me start to lighten up as I come down. I'm still in my falsetto, but now I'm going to start transitioning in my voice. Your voice might be a little different into my head voice. Think high and lifted as you descend. Pretty much in my normal register. I'm just singing light. Alright, we're gonna do some scales. We'll kind of start kind of medium low. This might be kind of high for basses, so that's okay. When a bass gets too high, just pop in your falsetto or your head voice. So we're just gonna sing do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Mr. Krier, I totally forgot. Solfege syllables. Google it. You'll get it. Do. Here we go. 1 and 2 and try it again. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Great. Make sure as you ascend the scale, you have lots of air pushing through the tone. And when you ascend, it seems pretty easy. When you come down, though, it's going to want to go flat. Yep, you bet. So when you come down, make sure you go small steps on the way down so you don't end up too low. Here's C sharp now, 2 and 3, go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Now we're at E. So we're starting to get into kind of the meatier part of some of the tenors' voices. Hopefully the tenors are still with us in our full voice. Basses are probably transitioning up to head voice up there and falsetto. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Notice my vowels getting a little more open, so it's not do, but do on the top, right? Now we're at F. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Now we're starting to get to F sharp, a little more air. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Now we're in G. This is the part where I need to go to my head voice, so I'm going to kind of flip into my head voice as I get a little higher. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. And that's where I'll end doing those. All right, this next one we're going to do is called do, do, re, do. And it just builds upon itself. It's really fun. You can also add jumping jacks to make it more fun and get your body awake. Sometimes I'll do this as a quick warm-up to get my voice going and my body going. C major is where I'm going to start it today. It's a pretty good key for most people. Do, do, re, mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, mi, fa, sol, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, ti, ti, la, so, la, ti, ti, la, so, fa, so, la, ti, ti, la, so, fa, mi, fa, so, la, ti, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. Sometimes they get lost on the way down or the way up, and so you just kind of keep the solfege happening as you come down the scale. Quick, the hand signs are do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. All right, we're going to conclude. Our last exercise is going to be the all-state exercise. And so the first one kind of tests your agility and accuracy on arpeggios. So an arpeggio is just 3 notes within a chord. In this case, you do 4 notes as you upline up and down. So the first one is but it's much faster. So if you have to rewind that, let's do it a couple times for accuracy. Great, but here it is. We'll try it with our all-state guy.
Arpeggio. Scale.
And here's your scale. Starts in B flat. La 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 la. And that was the bass one. So now we're going to do the tenor one. So the bass ones are a little bit lower. That's why I don't sound great on them. So we'll do the tenor ones. Hopefully I sound a little bit better on these.
Arpeggio. Scale.
La 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 la. All right, so that's our scales and arpeggios for all state, and they're really good to work on. Sometimes it's hard to work on the accuracy, so it's really nice to do it on doot, short doots. Do 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 do. Thanks. Now would be a great time. Now you're really warmed up, and now you can go on to learning tracks, or maybe you're gonna just do some random singing or a song you've been working on. Thanks for tuning in, and hope you guys enjoy your day.